We're gonna like offend a languge right now.
Yeah, I know.
Italian. Let's say Italian. Yeah. Then like
Bocelli.
yeah, Pavarotti.
Pavarotti.
I don't know. That would go pretty hard. Pavarotti, bro.
Epic.
This is not a test.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Something Went Wrong with Vinny. Tons of stuff to talk about today. I love when, me and Mike go out and get some lived experience in the world and then come back to the pod and report to you guys. And we were just saying, it seems like Chicago was a week ago. We were there yesterday.
Literally yesterday.
We flew in yesterday morning after being there for seemed like a long time. We were there for like 4 or 5 days. We had some amazing shows. So we're going to talk about Chicago. A lot of things going on in the news. We're going to talk about, me and Mike went to go see a movie while we were there. He took me on a date. Oh. We saw One Thing After the Other with Leonardo DiCaprio.
One battle after another.
Oh, was it one battle?
It was like one battle after another battle.
Oh, we saw one battle after another battle, then another battle. It's like, is it one battle after the next? Wait, isn't it one thing after?
No, it's not one thing.
I wasn't making a joke.
No, I know you weren't. I know, but that was great.
I saw the Italian version. One thing after the next. Fucking the first thing or the second thing.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
One battle after another, probably. One battle after another. I like one thing after another.
One battle after another. Okay.
So we saw that.
This, that, and the third is hilarious.
This, that, and the third.
That third. The fuck. 2 hours, 50 minutes. It was long.
Yeah. Mike was trying to gaslight me. He's like, "Don't, we're going to make the show, bro. It's like only 2 hours long." So we'll talk about that. Mayor Adams dropped out of the New York City mayoral race.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Bad Bunny is going to be the halftime performance at the SuperBowl. We're going to talk about that. And I think that's it for now.
Finally watched the Super Bowl with me.
Yeah. Shout out to Latinas.
Shout out.
So Chicago, we go there, and we like we said when we put the announcement on tour, Chicago sold out instantly. We had to add another show, and it was at this place called the Den Theater, which is not really a comedy club. It's like a cool, artsy kind of like stadium theater, which felt really cool. But the Chicago people, I don't know what it is about the Jersey Shore or New York, Chicago connection, but they showed up, They showed out, they were great crowds. And even today I posted like my little recap or yesterday, and it has like 1 million views. Like just for some reason, they're like, move here, like you belong here, It's pretty cool. Me and Mike Landy were like, yo, should we move there? We stayed in this nice little area.
The area was beautiful. It felt very New York. Like the whole area, it had
but the people had
Little Italy, had a Chinatown, it had all these different places.
But it's like New York, but everyone's like friendly, right?
People were very friendly. I must say, the service everywhere, everyone was really, really nice. That is true. But
the crowds, they're so like warm, and I don't know. It's a weird thing for a city. You expect that for like the South.
Yeah.
But it's like this Midwestern hospitality mixed with a city vibe.
Yeah. People were really sweet. To me, it was just like New York in a sense that it's like hot or cold. I felt like some of the crowds were the best crowds ever, and then some of them were like, okay, yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah, but my crowd's like they're still nice. They still are excited to see
100%.
me. You know what I mean? In New York, they'd be assholes.
Yeah,
that's not what it is. Like if I have a rowdy crowd, it's because they're like, where's Angelina? You know what I mean? It's not like we hate you,
Yeah.
It's like they love you too much sometimes.
Yeah, true. I mean, they did tiki-taki with you. The whole crowd did it.
Yeah.
The guys, everybody, the staff.
It's my new thing, man.
That was crazy. I was the only one there upset.
Yeah. You would love hanging out with the Jersey Shore cast. They hate tiki-taki. I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, I thought that was just like a stupid scene of the show. But now the people are requesting tiki-taki.
The bunny part I like. Bunny, just to watch you.
To be honest, it's a hard fucking game. And it really gets your brain cooking.
Yeah.
Because it's an improv game, right? So, like, when you just, like, when you go into improv class and you're just like, what's up, guys? You need to, like, activate, like, your neurons in your brain.
Yeah.
So if you do, like, this fucking group shit, like all the improv games seem stupid, but they're really like serving a purpose. So like we're bunny bunnies, we're passing it to each other, but then like the two people on the side have to activate tiki taki, and then you have to keep it on a beat. Yo, your brain is functioning at mad high levels and shit. You start to turn into fucking limitless when you're playing fucking tiki taki.
Yeah. They were excited
Fucking
for it.
hater.
Did you ever like Zip Zap Zop?
We did, yeah, but that Zip Zap Zop is one thing. Bunny Bunny's like 4 levels above Zip Zap Zop.
Yeah.
What was the one that you said that you played or something where was that you?
Fresh Take?
No, when you tell the
Quick Change.
Yeah, quick change. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
So it's like, so that would be like, how'd you feel about the hotel?
I really liked the hotel. It was
Quick change.
quaint, and what do I do?
Oh, sorry. Finish your thought. I fucked up. How'd you feel about the how was your flight to Chicago?
Flight to Chicago was pretty good. I had good airmanship.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bumpy, but then it smoothed out over, I would say, like once we got past Pennsylvania, and the pilot was very informative.
Quick change. The pilot was what?
The pilot, like, and say something
Just
different.
the pilot part.
The pilot was an asshole.
Quick change.
The pilot was gay, actually.
Quick change.
The pilot was a woman.
Yeah.
Who
So it has to be that one. Has to be a little part like.
Okay. And then
the
you go
pilot was
somewhere
mad
else.
funny. Quick change. The pilot was
okay.
kind. Quick change. The pilot had like a weird beard on his neck. Quick change. The pilot was a horrible fucking piece of shit. And it would always end with something where you're just like, all right, I got nothing left.
Okay, cool. I like that one. There was another one we played where it was like you would say something to me like I would say like, Mike, what are you doing right now? And then you would be like
Brushing my teeth.
Okay, so brush your teeth.
Oh wow, why'd I pick brushing my teeth? That's the wrong thing to pick.
And then I'm like, and then wait, then you have to change it so it's like you're like, I'm shooting a basketball. Oh, I forgot how to do it.
What the fuck are we doing?
Anyway, I thought I had
Chicago crowds were awesome.
Tiki Taki, great.
Overall, they were awesome. But it was either awesome or too awesome, is what you're trying to say.
The only beef we have is with the Italian beef.
Oh boy,
I didn't have the Italian beef. Mike had the Italian beef. I think you had it like late Uber Eats style.
fucked up, and the beef. I'm leaving. Like maybe I'm wrong with the.
Okay.
I had one and had all these options to enhance it.
It's like a cheesesteak.
And I mean, that's the thing. It's every place has this version.
Okay.
Buffalo has the beef on weck. Philly has a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. The Bronx, the New York has the chopped cheese.
Yeah.
They have the Italian beef.
Okay.
France, they have the French dip.
Okay.
I think, so I was curious to see how this was. It was like biting into oregano. It was just I was like, what the fuck? The quality tasted, it was very tender, but it was just oregano.
I wonder if it was that place or Italian beef in Chicago is an oregano flavored steak.
Everyone's telling me that they're like, you fucked up. You must have fucked up. And I'm like, okay, you're supposed to, basically, it's supposed to taste like a beef stew. It's supposed to have jardine or something on it. It's like carrots and celery and like it's supposed to have like a lot of au jus, close to a French dip more on the French dip side. I got this thing late at night. The quality was great, but it was I was supposed to add things to it and I didn't.
Okay.
So I may have fucked up, but
we'll shelf that for now.
Right now, still chopped cheese is the best, followed by Philly cheesesteak, followed by French dip.
I don't
Everything
think
else
I've ever had a chopped cheese.
So good. So good.
You have to get it at like a bodega?
You got to just go to a good bodega where it's fresh. It's a cheeseburger.
You have to go to that guy on TikTok.
You got to
like,
go,
yo, let me get a chopped cheese Italian style, the Aki way.
Fresh with meat on the grill.
Yeah.
Like, put the cheesy, put rainbow sprinkles on it. You're like, oh, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Like, what are you doing, Ed Sheeran? Why are you asking for this?
Ed Sheeran's there.
Hello, Quavo. How can I help you today?
Yo, don't forget the bev. Never.
Hello, Donald Trump. How do you want?
Can you put Takis? Put Takis in the middle.
So.
We like Takis. Put the Takis in the middle. Thank you.
Stupid.
I think, but the chopped cheese is basically a cheeseburger on a hero. Lettuce, tomato, pickles, red onions, and a nice little cheese with the ground beef.
You can't beat a good Philly fucking cheesesteak, bro.
Cheesesteak is great too.
But the grill has to have all of the other shit mixed into the grill. My uncle used to have this pizzeria in New Jersey, and they used to make everything, the cheeseburgers, the chicken, like everything on the same grill, and all the fucking flavors were in it. You tasted the whole restaurant.
That's good. I like that.
So anyway, so we'll shelf chop cheese.
Shelf chop cheese.
But we do have a beef.
We got a beef.
With the deep dish. Okay, I'm sorry. I just want to preface this by telling Chicago that Mike's very scared right now because he put up a video and he felt like he offended some people.
Yeah, and I don't give a fuck.
Good for you. I apologize for absolutely nothing.
we don't forgive our enemies. We'll never forgive. It was a bad experience, man. I don't know.
Now, but this isn't news to me, and it shouldn't be news to you guys. So I don't mean any. This is respectful, Chicago, but I am the keto Guido, right? So even though I'm not like fully keto anymore, I still live like a low carb way of life.
Yes.
And a deep dish pizza is like the antithesis of that.
Yeah.
It's just like a huge chunk of dough, right? So like it's not my style to begin with. I like a thin crust margarita pie, Lee's Tavern in Staten Island, or Joe and Pat's, or John's of Bleecker. Those are pizzerias.
Oh, God, they're delicious.
Yes. Yeah. Deep dish is its own thing. So I'm not going to hate on it. Like, I'm not even going to compare it to those two things.
My experience with deep dish, and the reason why I was so excited, is because in New York, in Yonkers, there was this place called Uno's, Chicago-style deep dish pizza. And it was
like a
chain,
franchise,
Chicago. Franchise like Fridays or Applebee's. And you would order a deep dish, and it was incredible. The cheese pull was incredible. The sauce was like chunky. You see the tomatoes.
Yeah.
And the crust was like almost like a chicken pot pie. It was crispy and oh my God, it was incredible. And it wasn't gigantic. It was almost personal style, but it was heavy. It would come out heavy. So that's what I expected.
Did Pizza Hut used to have a deep dish that came out in a metal tin, or am I bugging?
That's like the pan pizza.
So that's like the black box in Domino's, right? So a
pan pizza isn't deep dish.
I don't know.
Can we fact check this?
We have to fact check.
I have to fact check.
Because
I'm thinking of pan pizza.
You're not far off.
Which is, it goes in the oven. It's deep. It's thick. Like, it's in like a locked pan. I don't know if that's deep dish. No. Okay. Not at all. Okay. Not all pan pizzas are deep dish.
That's what I was expecting. That's a perfect photo of the deep dish pizza I was expecting. And we got two different places.
I think that's pan.
No, that's not pan. No, that's a deep dish pizza.
No, that's a pan. See how thin the crust is?
You sure?
I think so.
That's deep dish. Yeah, that's deep dish.
That was like
pizza.
The first night we went. Remember we had it the first night?
Vinny, I got news for you. None of them looked like that. They were both way too big. You see, that's not a big circle. That's a small circle. That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a nice, maybe I would say that's roughly like 7 inches diameter.
The problem with the one we had was like it wasn't crispy. I don't care how thick something is. Except, women.
Yes, sir.
They have to be really thick.
Now we're talking.
But you have to have a little bit of crunch. And it's almost like and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. This might have just been our experience. If we went to a reputable place too, if that is the true experience, then I don't like deep dish because the way it cooks throughout is like it doesn't reach the bottom of the pan.
Yeah,
it's cooked, but it's almost like it's on a piece of.
That's Detroit style. That's Detroit style, or that's just Sicilian.
Gardens.
That's Sicilian.
This is L&B.
That's L&B. That's
not deep dish. That's
was it anything like this?
No,
at all?
No.
That looks fantastic. I could tell that's good. I could just tell by the little part.
That little fucking that little crust, the little burnt part of the crust.
I want to ask you something. Was it like focaccia?
No.
That's what I wanted.
It was. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say the name.
It looked like a cake, and it wasn't cut.
Yeah,
you had to cut it. It came like a giant cake,
and the sauce didn't look like that. You could tell that's nice red sauce.
Yeah,
the sauce looked like fucking White Castle marinara dipping sauce for your cheese sticks.
Yeah,
or your mozzarella cheese sticks. None of it looked. So everything we got didn't look anything like.
It kind of looked like the one. It kind of looked
Which
like.
One? You see how this triangle is? It's supposed to look like that, and none of it looked like that. None of them looked like any of these. That's what I was expecting to get. Right, Vinny? None of them look like this.
No. The first one had a little bit more of a less crust though.
You know what yes, the first one did. You know what I
call
think?
out the specific place?
No,
I can't. I don't want to. Also, the only reason why I won't call it out is because we didn't go there. We had it delivered, so perhaps.
Yeah, but it came fucking piping hot and good.
Yeah,
and it's not like they gave us the bad sauce, you know.
And I like the first one better than the second one.
Yeah,
and whatever, but. But maybe the mistake was, now that I'm looking at this, maybe they ordered a large or an extra large.
Oh, and then it's only supposed to mean,
and it's supposed to be like that.
Chicago, you know what, Chicago style is cool because you can get a pizza.
Ooh.
You could have the whole base be like chicken or sausage.
That I would love. That's like
keto.
That's keto.
That's keto as fuck. Quality Italian, right?
Yeah.
They do that.
Yeah.
So you can do that. You can't do it with regular pizza, but. Anyway,
sorry,
it's not my style either way. Like I told you, what I'm used to. But being in Chicago, you're willing to try it out. But there are some things that even if you're going to do it thick, you got to have a little bit of crunch, and the sauce has to be good.
Got to be good.
You know what I'm saying? So
not too sweet. I want to take.
I hope the screen is recording right now. Because I'm gonna come. This is pizza.
Come, daddy. Quality Italian
pizza.
I've only been there once, and it was unforgettable.
That's a good. You know, when you're being keto, like you do all shit like that. You just have like all sort of things that are
breaded, dog.
With the one in the quality.
Yeah, and then it's breaded.
So where's the sausage base? What do you mean?
No, it's a chicken cutlet. That's a chicken. It's a chicken cutlet. It's a big ass.
Oh, it's a chicken cutlet.
It's a huge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you could do it on grilled chicken. It would still probably taste pretty good.
Il Molino, you could do grilled chicken. You could do their chicken parm and grilled chicken.
Okay.
Fucking starving, Vinny. You got me starving.
Me too. So that was our deep dish. You know, other than that, we love you, Chicago, and definitely want to go back. It was a great,
nicest people, clean city.
Fun. We stayed on Rush. Rush is a dope area. Kind of reminds me of like Soho meets like Rodeo Drive, Beverly Hills, kind of like fancy stores. You know, we'd go to like Equinox every day.
We went shopping together.
Oh,
we do some sus stuff, you and I.
We went to the movies together. But
we have like eggs and bacon together.
We went to Gibson. That was a great steakhouse.
Fantastic. The waiter was great.
Yeah, Mike. Mike gives me the rundown on the whole hospitality industry every time. Yeah. He's like, okay, so we're here 30 minutes before close. So here's what's gonna happen. Yeah. That's her last table. She's gonna start folding napkins over here. In between that, they're gonna come and take your order. We have to order right now. If you don't order right now, that person's gonna spit in our food.
And what does the guy say? The guy goes, you go. Can I get like 10 minutes to look at the menu? And
I'll give you 3.
I'll give you 3.
Yeah. He sounded just like Morgan Freeman. And then Mike was like, yo, I respect that. That's like an old school fucking Italian.
That's an old steakhouse guy where it's like, I'm a man talking to men and this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. I'm going to keep it real with you. But the food came out fast. Food came out great. Absolutely delicious. Great service. Amazing. It was very
great steak.
Amazing. That was a wonderful.
And we were there. We got in and out quicker than the fucking people that have been sitting there for 8 hours.
Made it on time for Jenny's ice cream. Which is where you know you're in a good place if there's a Jenny's ice cream.
We didn't even know this place existed until we went on tour.
We thought it was just in Georgia.
How come it's not in New York?
Evidently, it's
Jenny's like, we don't want that fucking trashy fucking garbage and shit.
We're only a good place.
Imagine you're walking around New York and you walk by a fucking homeless guy pissing and then you smell the Jenny's ice cream waffle. You're like, what the fuck?
That kind of was Philly though. Philly was
Philly
had like a crazy crackhead.
I said, but the homeless people in Philly seem like just like Grand Theft Auto characters.
Yes,
they all had the same kind of like quirky vibe to them. Yeah. Like they could all play the drums.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was like, you said that yesterday. Like we'll pass the guy and he'd be like, the birds are flying today. And then he said it again. Yeah. You're like, oh, this guy's doing an act.
Yeah. That was a Jewish guy, obviously. You just did, yeah.
Birds.
No, in New York, the fucking homeless guy has a knife in his hand, and his dick in the other hand, and he's
too
fucking
much.
Yeah.
So aggressive.
Fucking crazy.
Dick and a knife.
But yeah, Jenny's ice cream.
Shout out to
Gibson was good.
Shout out.
So anyway, so Mike takes me on a date. We go see one thing after the other, one battle after another. New movie, Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, and how'd you feel about the movie?
I liked it. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
It has like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. IMDb 8.5. That's a little bit more.
That makes more sense.
On point, yeah.
It had some familiar tropes, but the acting was so great. The cinematography was so great. The ending was, yeah, it was. I definitely enjoyed it. I think it's a good film. I think it's good to see in the movie theaters for sure.
Yeah, it felt. Well, I'm glad it's in the movie theaters. I feel like sometimes like I feel like the last thing DiCaprio put out or something, was it during COVID or no?
Yes, he did
That Native American one? Yeah.
Wallflowers.
Yeah.
Out of a wallflower.
Yeah. Oh no, Killers of the
Flower
Moon. Flower Moon, yeah.
Something like that, right?
I don't know if I would have wanted to see that.
I didn't see it yet.
In the movies. It was pretty good, but it was a good at home thing.
Okay.
This was a good movie in the theaters. It felt like a roller coaster ride from like the first second to the ending of the movie.
I did really enjoy that. There were no lulls. It was awesome.
No lulls. You're watching it. It's kind of like uncut gems, high anxiety, chase, catch me if you can the whole time.
Yes, they were familiar things. That's the only thing that takes a point off. That I was like, okay, yeah, this is cliche.
And what was cool is that like with all the amazing actors in it, like you were always seeing a scene that had like some sick acting in it.
Yeah.
You would always see like DiCaprio's doing something.
Yes.
And then Sean Penn's doing something.
Penn was fantastic.
And then Benicio del Toro's doing something, you know, and it kind of just all blends together.
Benicio del Toro's a fucking man.
Tiana Taylor looked hot.
Tiana Taylor, I kept looking at you like, I was like, yo, what are we watching? The first 10 minutes of the
First 10 minutes is like,
oh, wild.
which is annoying because like, I don't like the first 10 minutes. I don't know if I'd watch it with my mom.
Yeah, I was bricked up. Yeah. I would not watch it with my mom.
It was a little erotic.
It was erotic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was erotic. And Tiana looking fucking tweet.
But then the rest of the movie isn't like that at all.
And then it just gets to like anxiety.
Yeah.
Anxious.
That's why at first Mike was like, what the fuck are we watching right now?
Big shout out to Regina Hall too. Like she's, you know what I mean? We first saw her in Scary Movie 2.
Yeah.
And now she did a great job in this fucking
Yeah. Nah, she could definitely be.
Yeah.
She could definitely be
Everybody
serious.
was killer, man. Now that I'm looking at them, I'm like, yeah, fuck it. But Sean Penn was the man.
Yeah. It was about there was like some undertones of some like Illuminati type shit. He was like the Illuminati versus like the revolution.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it shows like the side of their motivation, and then the revolutionary side of motivation.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh shit, like I'm in America right now.
Yeah. And then a little sprinkle of like when shit gets real. Like Leo was like the guy who was like, okay, now I got hit with real life. Even, not without even telling you what side he was on.
Yeah.
You get a baby, you have a baby, and now you're like, fuck everything. I got a baby.
What's a fucking they them?
Yeah. He was going off.
Yeah.
He was so funny.
No, it was an interesting snapshot of America. I remember like just halfway through it though, you're I don't want to say you're rooting for both sides, but like, you understand like obviously, it was kind of a theme of immigration in the movie, and that's like a hot button issue in America right now. So you're like rooting for the immigrants in the movie.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're like, you don't want to be like, fuck the government. Let's blow the whole. It's like you don't want to be one of the revolutionaries that are killing people and being terrorists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so like it just made me think of like, do I want to be Ellen DeGeneres and just move to another country and just be like out of the fucking. The cycle, cycle has just been going on forever. It's the people versus the government.
Yeah.
And you don't know what side to fucking be on.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait. You're like rethinking all your political alignments. And you're like, just which one which is what the guy's doing in the movie, which is great.
You're like, let's steal a bank. Let's take money from the man. But then there might be an innocent mom there who works hard and trying to make a transaction.
Yeah.
And she gets hit with a stray bullet. And now things are real. And now the cops are chasing you because murder's on your rep. You know what I mean? So it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, but like I'm like, damn, do the people that go to fucking
the
people that go live in Cabo forever just have it figured out? Yeah. Like they don't have to.
A lot of white dudes liking beautiful black mommies. The whole time I was looking at that video, I was like, yo, Vinny, I think they made this movie for you, bro.
Yeah. You said I was. Well, we can't give
you
away
were both.
what's in the
you
movie,
both.
but I was both. I was both the main characters. The anxiety guy and the guy that loves black women.
Getting dominated by a black girl.
Yeah, it's fucking.
But also like taking care and being respectful.
It's hard to talk about it without.
It's so hard. You got to watch the movie.
But it was good. I definitely recommend seeing it. I think Leo's the GOAT for sure.
He's the GOAT, man.
He is the GOAT, but at the same time, like Denzel has always been my GOAT.
Sean Penn could be the GOAT too. Sean Penn's the man. Mystic River.
I think, yeah, of course. But if you go by the full cinematography,
of course.
Not cinematography. What's the word?
Cinematography.
Where like it's a filmography of like everything they've been in.
Yeah.
Denzel has more bangers than Leo.
Oh,
Denzel rarely. I mean, he plays the same character in every movie, but He has.
He always does this.
He doesn't have. Yep. He doesn't have a lot of duds. The last shit he did, the new Spike Lee one. Do you see that one on Apple TV? The last one he just did. It was corny as fuck with ASAP Rocky and Spike Lee.
Oh, higher point, lower point. No, I didn't see it. It was whack.
You gotta.
That's what I thought was Equalizer 3.
It was like annoyingly watchable because like ASAP Rocky and
I want to see Macbeth.
You mean Macbeth or
we're not supposed to say.
Othello?
Othello? No, he
the one with Jake
Macbeth.
Gyllenhaal.
I think he did Macbeth in black and white. If you look up Denzel's filmography, you're on two different things right now.
Well, Denzel, it's hard to find a dud. Like if you go by like highest to lowest, no. Gladiator 2.
I enjoyed it, but it's
one of those new kind of like
the
whatever.
Tragedy of Macbeth. I didn't see it, but I heard it was good.
Oh, I didn't see that. Equalizers are all good.
Oh shit!
I feel like when actors get to like when they get older, they start taking like a little like duds and shit. You know?
But then you got producer. He produced a lot of stuff. Equalizer was gangster. All the Equalizers.
Yeah.
Fences was supposedly good, but I think
Fences was like watching a Broadway play.
Yeah. I think James Earl Jones did a better job.
But like if you go down Leo, like keep going to Leo. No, keep going. Keep going down Leo.
Oh, he's just.
No, yeah, just keep going. You're good. Revolutionary Road,
Idolize is great. Blood Diamond is great. Depart is great.
Don's Plum. What?
Catch You Can. Gangster.
No, I'm talking about the bad ones because like it's hard to find bad ones in. Like he did like Edgar Hoover or some shit.
Titanic. There's a lot of these I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Total Eclipse. The Basketball Diaries, one of my.
But now go to Denzel. And it's hard to.
Growing Pains?
These are all like pretty good.
Yeah, Two Guns with Mark Wahlberg.
That was pretty good.
Flight was great.
Book of Eli. Taking a Pelham.
Oh, Taking a Pelham was good.
Debater.
Gangster was great.
Inside Man, Maturing Candidate, Man on Fire, Out of Time, Antoine Fisher, John Q, Training Day. Remember the Titans.
All right. The Bone Collector.
He got game. Happily Ever After, Fairy Tales of Every Child.
Yeah. What?
Crimson Tide. Oh my God.
Malcolm X.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I guess so. But he did a lot of action movies. He's a low key an action star.
Yeah. All right.
Damn. I didn't know it was going to turn up like that for Denzel. I didn't realize that.
I'm telling you.
Leo only has Shutter Island.
I'm telling you. No, Leo has some good ones, but he has some.
For Wall Street, The Great Gatsby, Django Unchained. He was fantastic. And Inception, Shutter Island, Body of Lies, Blood Diamond.
J. Edgar ruined it.
The Man in Iron Mask, Titanic.
Nah, he has
two.
I'm talking about like 20 bangers versus like 17.
You ever see the Basketball Diaries?
Yeah.
Classic, bro. But he was a baby.
Yeah. I'm not even going by when he was a baby. I'm talking about.
Great. Is Eating Gilbert Great with the one where he was having Tylenol?
Yeah. I always take too much Tylenol. And he was in the Growing Pains, a TV show growing up.
As long as we got each other.
Yeah.
We got the world spinning right.
So it's pretty even, but I don't know. Denzel might take it. Speaking of Denzel, Denzel's gonna play Eric Adams in a new biopic one day.
Denzel Washington.
He would do that, and he would do that zoamazing. But actually, so Eric Adams. So we have this crazy.
No, ain't got shit on me.
We have this crazy thing going on in New York right now. If you're not, Zohran Mamdani he's the Democratic nominee.
Mamdani.
And we had Andrew Cuomo, Curtis Sliwa.
He's at my hood every day.
Is he?
He's in the Bronx all the time.
Is he fighting crime?
I saw him at Ferragosto. No, but he's always there after. He's always like, yesterday someone was shot here. And I'm here now because there's children that run in the streets while the bullets are flying.
He's run like every
Get me
year.
For mayor.
He's run every time, I think.
He's won?
He's run.
Oh,
every time.
Let me tell
he's like the cicadas. Like he comes out every election. And what does he have? Like the Green Berets or the Guardian Angels?
He was part of the Guardian Angels.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's gonna have like a little Bernie Sanders thing where all the old people are gonna be like, we like him, let's vote for him. But
so we have that Eric Adams, obviously, and then we have Andrew Cuomo. Obviously, the big shock was when Mamdani became the nominee, the Democratic nominee. Not that shocking to me. New York is a Democratic city, and if you can mobilize all the young people in New York to vote who are struggling, like the kids that live in Brooklyn and fucking Bushwick and Lower East Side and shit. Like, you know, Mamdani seems pretty cool. He seems like a cool, young, handsome guy, right? Now listen, you know,
He has like YouTube videos of rapping in a food truck, right?
yeah, but I'm saying like I can see
That's why the kids like him. The kids
exactly. It's an exciting kind of, who's exciting? Cuomo.
True.
He like killed all the old people in fucking COVID, and then
Did he have nipple piercings?
yeah, nipple piercings, and some woman said he touched her. Like,
He was like, I'm Italian.
so
I like Siwa, whatever. I call him Sylvester Stallone. He looks like Stallone to me.
now I'll just say this, like, politically about Mamdani is that, you know, like, if you can wave a magic wand and you could just be like, I want all the rent to be lower, I want food and transportation to be free, I want the streets to be clean, and I want college to be free, and I want everything to be perfect, and also I want millionaires and billionaires that love to live in New York, that would be great. But life isn't perfect, and you need sacrifices and trade-offs to everything. And to form like an ecosystem of a city, you need certain things to be part of it. And, you know, I don't think you can have it all. I don't think you can have like billionaires and millionaires, but then all like the millionaires and the billionaires like pay the most taxes. The taxes are what pays for the poorer people. You know what I'm saying? If you eliminate the millionaires and billionaires, you don't have enough money to pay to publicly fund things, like all the publicly funded things that people need. That being said, you know, I think that, you know, there should still be work done on not letting like landlords completely price out the middle class out of the city, because that is a fucking problem. You know what I mean?
Have the working man be comfortable. They're the working man.
The working man has to be comfortable, you know, but also billionaires and millionaires like need to exist in the city to make it, you know, that's why like every cool restaurant wants to come here. That's why all the theater, like, unfortunately, these things aren't free. And the people that pay for them are the people that make the most money, which are billionaires and millionaires. So, you know, there's no like magic wand that can do that. You kind of need both. You need the middle class and you need the upper class, or the 1%, which most of them live in New York to do that. I also don't think that the mayor, like, and this is what I learned through Eric Adams, like, I don't know if he was lying or not, I don't know the laws, but they don't have like the fucking capability of doing everything in the city. Like, a lot of it is still run by the governor.
Of course, yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, he can't just like be like, snap his fingers and be like, it's not a sanctuary city anymore.
Yeah.
Or he can't snap his fingers and be like, the MTA is free.
Yeah.
You know?
That's one thing about politics that I'm always shocked by. People think like if a politician says all the lights are going to be red.
Yeah, and everyone's like, yeah.
Oh my God, the lights are going to be red. It's like, no, it's never like that. Or you know what? I'm cutting down the MTA fee by half. Oh my God, he's going to cut it down by half. And then it doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen.
It's all shit talk.
Yeah. That's how Trump got elected the first time, which is why I didn't vote for him. Because I'm like, this guy's just like, we're going to have the best health care ever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, like, describe it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
he
then
told waiters, you don't have to claim your tips anymore. You won't have to claim your tips if you're a server.
Yeah.
You know,
but I started to learn.
Yeah.
The reason why I supported him in the last one is because I started to like learn his language a little better.
Yeah.
He's still very like exaggerated and shit, but there are nuggets of truth behind the things he's trying to say.
Yeah.
He just doesn't like say it in an articulable way.
He figured it out the second
articulate way.
Yeah.
But the first time was just like, yeah, we're gonna have the greatest thing or the greatest country ever. And then like, but then I thought it was going to be a disaster, but then he ended up being president for 4 years, and like it wasn't that bad up until COVID. So I was like, all right, whatever he promises.
And then COVID, he started giving everyone cash, and everyone was like, "I love my president."
COVID was a fucking inside job. It was a disaster.
You see those memes?
No, I'm kidding.
It's like my motherfucking president.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting.
Well, then when he left, you know, during Biden, people were struggling, and then you know you had Sexy Red on podcast being like, "I miss Trump," you know what what I mean? It was cool to say you missed him because he was out of it.
Yeah.
But then once he got back in it, he was the devil again. You know what I mean?
You guys don't realize it.
Now he's the devil, and then when he's done in a couple of years, everyone's gonna forget about
Remember
him.
George Bush? Everyone hated George Bush.
Now
they
he's
look at
painting
George Bush.
pictures and fucking going on The View. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Puppet masters, guys.
Yeah.
Puppet masters.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, but I didn't know much about Eric Adams, but I kind of, at first when I saw him running, I supported him because like I was like, okay, like this guy was a cop, so he understands. We don't want the cops to hate us. You need law and order and law enforcement in a giant city like New York. So maybe if he understands like the police point of view and where's he come from?
And then he's like, we're gonna build robots. We got
Stop.
Tesla robots out there right now.
Not yet. So like, where's he from? He's from like a poor community. He's a person of color.
Yeah.
So I thought like maybe he can like bridge all that together, right?
Yeah.
So I was with it, and then and he got elected, so people voted for him. But then I don't know what the fuck went wrong where like everyone started hating the fucking guy.
Wasn't it something about like there was a video of him talking about drugs, something about like be careful because your children might hide drugs. Do you remember that video that he made?
So yes, but that wasn't it. The grand conspiracy is that he started to get buddy with Trump about the sanctuary city thing and because he started to speak out against like all of those migrants that were like lined up for blocks in Times Square, and they were getting like a free accommodation, free phones, free everything, and they were getting shuttled here from like Texas and stuff. And then people were like, "This can't be happening."
The Roosevelt Hotel.
So he was saying like, we just, we're trying to figure this out, but he wasn't saying it was a good thing. And I think that's when, that's when he was saying they were trying to get him out of office. They were saying that he took bribes from Turkey. But besides like those underlying theories, there were a lot of funny moments that he just had in the media because he was this guy that was like just kind of funny. And I will say, just to end my rant about him, I give him respect for like every fucking like interview you see him do or whatever. He still has a smile on his face and like, but he's put through hell. Like politicians are put through just like people fucking hate you, and to still have this like kind of like smile on your face and be joking around, I give you respect even till the day like he just dropped out of the race, So I'm gonna ask you, Mayor Eric Adams.
Yeah.
First of all, why are you dropping out of the race?
Because like, sometimes you wake up and you don't feel like yourself. You realize
time out.
Yeah.
Is this Danny Zuko from Greece? Or is this Eric Adams?
Man, no, it's me, Eric Adams. I'm a New Yorker. I used to date a girl in Canarsie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So do you want to go back to that life?
I wish I could go back to that life. I used to wake up in the morning. I'd take 2 pieces of pizza, put them on top of each other. You know what I'm saying?
Quick change.
I used to have a bagel and I would wake up back in the old days. We put Eggos in a toaster.
Okay.
And I'd put it in there, maple syrup, Aunt Jemima. The good old days when we left strong black women on maple syrup bottles. You know what I'm saying?
But you said some crazy shit about the police and robots or something like that.
So like, we was... First of all, we put subway spikes on the subway.
Spikes?
Yeah, Mortal Kombat, when you would get a fatality, you'd fall down to the spikes. We put that on the train to make the subway stronger for
like
New
on
York.
the tracks or on
the tracks.
Oh, okay.
If you act out of hand, you will get pushed down into the subway spikes. But
so now what are you gonna do now that you're dropped out of the race?
K9 force.
Okay.
Okay, that's what we put money into the K9 force. We got golden retrievers on the A train.
Listen,
sniffing out problems.
It still you always say like there's only a couple felonies a day, but it still feels unsafe to ride the subway at night.
It's New York. That's one of the great things about New York is that it's not safe.
Yeah.
That's what makes it New York City. You walk in, you hear Taylor Swift, you hear the music, you're in New York. You watch somebody get mugged and you say, wow, I'm in New York.
Now, I heard
New
you
York
were
City.
friends with Trump, and that's why people hate you. Is that true?
That's my boy. But I'm losing it.
You doing
starting to
it? You
sound
never
like-
did it this much.
Yeah, I know. I never did.
Now you just sound like Mike
Just
Figs.
gotta get back over here. All right, wait a second. Yeah. Donald Trump, Donald Trump. Just like every man, just like New York, we've been through our ups and our downs. And when we fall down, we're able to get up and be stronger. And I think Donald Trump's come a long way,
Yeah.
Vinny.
Yeah. Now, lastly, now that you're stepping out of politics,
Yeah.
what are your plans on?
I'm going to make a food truck.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to start serving some of my mom's favorite cuisines. My mom used to make an amazing casserole because she's half Jewish.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Quick change.
Because she's from Nigeria. So we have this type of delicacy where we eat with our hands. We get this pillow of dough. It's so good. It's so delicious.
Okay.
Shout out
Quick
to West
change.
Africa. Shout out to the Maldives Island. Shout out to the Maldives.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's where you went to. That's where you
where-
took those bribes.
I took the brides there in amazing resorts. Hopefully, maybe you could bring the family vacation over there.
Yeah, it does. The best is when he was like, yeah, I flew first class. That's
What do
it.
you mean? What did he say that? My favorite is the rats. He gave rats birth control.
Oh yeah, he gave rats birth control.
We're gonna give the birth
What
control.
do you say about the weapons with the kids?
Oh, with the drugs.
Yeah.
He's like, you never know. It was like a PSA thing.
Yeah.
He goes, New Yorkers and children, you never know what your kids are doing. They might be hiding marijuana in random places in the house. And it was like a baseball glove.
Yeah.
And he took it out. He's like, look at this. And it was like a bag of Coke. And you're
Yeah.
like, what? Shane Gillis talked about it. Shane Gillis reacted.
There's like a gun inside a
It
teddy
was
bear
like
or something.
Oh
He's like,
my
look at this.
God.
He looks like a regular game of Monopoly. He took the top off. A sawed-off shotgun is in there. You're like, what the fuck? You're like, what are you talking about, Eric Adams?
That's so funny. This may look like a regular game of Monopoly,
Yeah.
but
Double barrel shotgun.
it's like an episode of Shark Tank. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but if you press this button, that's like nothing's worse than when De Blasio was trying to sell the COVID vaccine by saying you would get French fries if you had it. Remember
Isn't
that?
he the one too with the super size? Like
No,
he
that
took
was
away soda?
Bloomberg.
Oh, Bloomberg.
Yeah, that was Bloomberg.
Who took away soda?
Bloomberg.
Ah, okay.
Like a super size or some shit. But that's why I don't really like De Blasio was pretty extreme and whatever. And I just didn't think he had like the power to like upend the city and completely change New York City.
When's
So
the last mayor that people liked?
I feel
Giuliani?
like Giuliani is hated now, but he was like
loved.
in 9/11 mayor and he cleaned up the crime of New York in Times Square.
Mm-hmm.
So, he was Republican. And we haven't had a was Bloomberg Republican? I think he was, or maybe independent or something.
But he's mad wealthy, Bloomberg.
Yeah.
Because of what?
I think he owns like media, you know?
Like Succession kind of thing? Like owning like
yeah.
Succession owned that TV channel or whatever in the show?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Does it say what he is? I love how it doesn't say it because it doesn't want to be. He's a Dem. Okay. Andrew Cuomo was a Dem. Listen, we live in a democracy. So hopefully, if Mamdani gets in, he doesn't go too extreme with the communism and making everything run by the government. Because I always say everyone is like all about the government, but once you do something that the fucking government is in charge of, you look around and you're like, I fucking hate this. There's nothing cool about the government. Like you ride the fucking Staten Island ferry, you're like, this is shitty. You ride the fucking train, you're like, this is garbage. But if a fucking private guy came in that like revolutionized the train system and became a billionaire, that shit would be lit.
It'll be lit.
We'd be looking like we're in Japan, fucking zipping around and
Yeah.
shit.
You need police. It's a dangerous place where you can. Why the hell you don't have police?
The
there? It's so
government is just
dangerous.
not good at like service. They're not good at fucking. They're not. You need these weird fucking. What are they called? Like entrepreneurs and venture capitalists to like make shit dope. Imagine every airline was the MTA.
Yeah.
It would all be Spirit.
Oh God.
Worse. 10 times worse
Be
than
like
Spirit.
yeah.
Imagine
black.
every airline was like the DMV. That's why like another.
Industrial. Be like.
That's why I don't know what happened with Doge, but like the way it was sold, like what Elon Musk, like was that they were going to cut out like all the waste, and that the government would feel more like an Apple store like experience versus the DMV. Yeah. So imagine like you just cut out all the fucking wasteful spending that's going to God knows what, and then somehow now the money's reallocated to like, you know, when you need your social security.
It's seamless. Make it easy.
Seamless. Like you go on like like the fucking, bro, paying my water bill on the fucking government website is like it's from 1910 still.
Jeez Louise.
So that's why I was behind that. So my point is like that's what scares me about going completely socialist and communist.
Did you see that video?
Is that because you can already tell the proof is in the pudding with the government shit that exists already. Yeah. And it's horrendous.
Did you see that video where a guy pretends to be a Mondami supporter, and he goes up to a girl, he goes, "Are you voting for Mondami?" And she's kind of just like a Brooklyn looking, she's like a large white girl with like a piercing in her nose.
Septum.
And she septum piercing. And she goes, "Yeah, of course I am." She goes, "Amazing. Can you just sign this thing that you're going to vote for him?" She goes, "Of course." And she goes, "Also, while you sign this, I want to let you know 3 things that he's going to do." And you see that video?
No.
Where he goes, "Okay, well, first of all, he wants to tax whiter neighborhoods." And she's a white woman. Yeah. She goes, "Is that okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, of course, tax him." He goes, "Okay, cool." Second of all, if he thinks that Holocaust survivors should not be recognized. Like that Holocaust, like we shouldn't do that. And she was like, "Well, you know," and he's like, "Do you agree with that?" She's like, yeah. And what was the third? It was another thing that was like, and the girl was just like, "Sure. Yeah, okay." It was tax the white, like where he legit said that.
Yeah, I commented on that.
Oh, you saw that video? You saw the video?
No. I commented on because I was like, do Italian people count as white?
Yeah. I think I remember. Yeah.
Want to make sure, you know.
That's kind of.
That happens all the time.
Why would you race?
That happens all the time.
Baiting,
people like they've held up signs. They've done like those like social experiments where like they hold up signs and they'll be like, "Who's the worst person on this sign?" Yeah. It'll be Hitler, Mao, Genghis Khan, and Trump, and people will point to Trump.
Yeah.
So God bless America. Anyway. Lastly, speaking of, how long I've been going for? 47. UFC chief Dana White reveals exchange with Barack Obama at Trump's inauguration. What the fuck? Anyway, another breaking news story. Bad Bunny will be doing the halftime show, I think. He said that he didn't do U.S. tours. I don't know if that was some kind of form of protest, but he said that he will go and do one show in the U.S., which is the halftime show. Why does it say is Bad Bunny a Trump supporter? Super Bowl at the time was concerned about ICE arrest. That's a weird ass headline. Holy shit.
What is this? USA Today?
Yeah.
Benito.
Well, there were a lot of reggaeton artists, I feel like, that were coming out as Trump supporters, like this guy Nicky Jam and Donald Trump misgenders reggaeton star Nicky Jam.
There he is. I remember that.
She's hot.
Yeah.
But then Nicky Jam had to stand with his people when the whole Kill Tony thing happened with Puerto Rico and stuff like that. Now, I didn't even think about like that this Bad Bunny thing was going to be controversial until I saw a couple people starting to have the halftime pushback that usually happens, the halftime civil war. Now, because I was like, obviously he doesn't really sing in English, a lot of his songs, right? But for some reason, like, I didn't even get that feeling because he's such a superstar and I love Bad Bunny and I love his songs that I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Because I don't know what the fuck he's saying.
Me either.
But like,
I know my girl be shaking her ass and I like that.
But like fucking Shambaya, yeah. Yo, like that shit goes so hard it transcends language. You know what I mean? But when I looked at it from like, oh shit, like are people gonna fucking start saying shit now because it's the guy sings in a different language, you know? I just think that if there's anyone to do it, because it's white people that watch the Super Bowl. It's like old whites, like, yeah. Yeah. But I don't know, fuck them. Because it's Bad Bunny. It's Bad Bunny. If this was like some low level guy that sung in I don't know, name some weird language, you know, that sung in fucking we're gonna like offend a language right
Yeah,
now.
I know.
Italian. Let's say Italian. Yeah. Then you know like
Bocelli.
yeah, but Pavarotti.
Pavarotti.
I don't know. That would go pretty
That would
hard.
go fucking hard.
Pavarotti,
It'd be
bro.
mad epic.
But
It's
no,
the
but
Super Bowl.
Pavarotti got the same type of aura.
Yeah, exactly.
That it doesn't matter what he's saying.
Exactly.
You're just
Come on.
like, holy shit, this is
Halftime
crazy.
shows about who's the biggest fucking music star. It's always been like that. You know what I'm saying? Who's an icon? Who's selling most tickets?
Yeah.
Bad Bunny, Taylor Swift. Those are the heavy hitters.
Well, also, yeah, but no, Bad Bunny is different. Like usually, if there's like a crazy reggaeton artist or an Indian
they'll mash it
superstar
with people. Or they'll
True,
be
yes.
featured or something.
Yes, but also I was gonna say like they're big in their communities in other parts of the world.
Yeah.
But then they come here and they're like not that big, so you don't really consider them.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny is so
Yeah,
big,
he's been big for a minute.
just singing in his language that it transcends into American culture too.
Yeah, of course.
So
And he's dating fucking the hottest women in the
yeah.
US as well.
And he has features and shit like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm not mad at it. I think he's fucking dope. I think like again, he has that aura that like kind of translates into everything. But hopefully it's just a good show.
Do you think it's gonna be like
If he does,
live revenue was shown, or is it gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Or do
Well,
you think it's gonna be like just
right. That's what I was saying. Like, hopefully it's a good show.
Yeah.
Because Kendrick it wasn't a good show. Kendrick was just symbolism and some kind of like fight for something, and which is great on its own, but you can't have both things at once. You can't have like the best show ever and then songs that no one's ever heard of.
Yeah, we spoke about this. Nobody has done what Michael Jackson done at a Super Bowl or Prince.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Or Britney Spears, Aerosmith. Like just I want Bud Light. It's football. Give me some epic shit. Now Bad Bunny's epic, so if Bad Bunny just goes up there and has a bunch of bad shorties shaking asses and everybody's going crazy and my girl can enjoy it, that's great.
And you can have some like dope messaging of like, you know, the
Peace and love or whatever.
peace and love, and also
Save
how
children.
how you know, like the immigrants that come here, they give us this amazing culture of America. Like fucking, I feel like the Latin community in America go hand in hand, you know?
Of course, 100%.
That's why I'm not like so shocked by this.
And there's
you
tons
know?
of Spanish players and Spanish people support American sports
Just
and
make
all that
this
stuff.
shit fucking, make it a poppin' ass
Just make it
fucking
pop.
show. Yeah.
Make it pop. Don't start the show
Make
with
those
like.
fucking old white people start fucking.
But what's the worst he could do? What's the worst thing he could do if he starts off the show?
Well,
They go, you're watching the Pepsi halftime time. Introducing Bad Bunny. It starts off Bad Bunny. What's
you
the
see all
worst
the
thing
you see all the Waymos with the spray paint on it with the guy with that was in that one video, the protest, who was holding up the Mexican flag and he's wearing like a fucking he looked like a fucking
for Vendetta? and shit?
yeah. That shit's such propaganda.
And he says in English,
Bro, and that was in the movie too. Remember in the movie in
Yeah.
One Battle After Another when there's a scene in the movie where like there's like a protest like that about immigration, and then the SWAT team was like, okay, like let's basically let's start a civil war, so that we have the right to go in and use force. And then they send in one of the cops to throw a Molotov cocktail.
Yes.
And it's like
that was like
that. What if that guy standing on top of the car was a plant from from ICE?
Come on, it's the halftime show. Dance, go crazy, shake your ass, light some fireworks. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, Bad Bunny is fucking sick. I would go to a Bad Bunny concert.
You got to take me to the casita in Puerto Rico, bro. You got to take me, bro.
It's funny because I didn't even think of it. Like because you would like if you're listening to music of someone that you don't understand what they're saying, you'd be like curious.
Yeah.
I'm not even curious.
Yeah. No, I just know it's good. He could literally be saying, he could be.
What he's saying is a bonus to me.
He could be saying, kill all the children. But I just hear, VIP,
Yeah.
kill all the,
Yeah.
kill all the children. Say cheese. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I love this song.
Yeah. Eat cholesterol and high trans fat.
Diabetes.
Being keto is gay.
Yeah. I hate Vinny.
hate
Vinny's
Vinny.
always so mean. I love everybody else except for Vinny. You're like, yeah, this is so cool.
I think this is the best. So I'm not mad at that. So
We shall see.
we shall see.
I'm sure. It's
Anything else we got to talk about?
No, we're good.
We're good. All right.
Yeah.
We got off for a couple weeks now, and then Austin,
New York
Texas.
City grind, baby.
Austin, Texas is the next one, end of October. Get those tickets if you haven't gotten them yet.
We'll do our Terry Black review.
Yes, definitely going to Terry Black's. Hopefully, I get on some fucking podcasts out there.
Hell yeah.
You know. I have to like start a revolution or something.
You
so
do?
Rogan takes me.
Yeah.
I gotta like say some crazy shit on stage and then get canceled.
And then Rogie gets you.
Nah, I got a real daytime job. I can't. I can't.
You're like, sorry. Sorry,
I gotta join a cult and then escape one.
You're like, I gotta play Jenga with Dina.
Yeah, I gotta play Jenga with Dina. Sorry, can't start any revolutions
Sorry, Joe Rogan.
anytime soon. Joe Rogan.
I gotta play life size.
Yeah. Fuck, I gotta get in the Rogan sphere somehow.
You will. You will. Take your
Maybe
time.
Tim Dillon could get me in.
It'll happen. It'll all happen. Keep selling those tickets and kicking ass on the shows, baby.
Yeah, I mean, Rogan, I think I'm manifesting this right now. Rogan, he's not just like, oh, this is just like some reality star doing comedy. This guy works every night. He does it in basements. He does the true craft, the way it's supposed to go. He bombs. He's not afraid of strangers. He doesn't just do sold out shows. You're really doing it, Vinny. And also, you escaped a cult of Scientology.
Yes, you did.
And that's why you belong on the Joe Rogan Experience.
100%.
Mark these. Everything I say on the podcast comes true.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything I say. What was the last thing? I sent you guys the text.
You said
well,
Jimmy Kimmel's coming back.
Oh, we got to talk about that too. Jimmy Kimmel. I was like, I did the podcast, and then we were talking about. I was like, everyone's up in arms right now about Jimmy Kimmel being canceled. I'm like, he's not canceled.
Came right back.
I'm like, there's some weird just kind of thing going on with these advertisers. I'm like, he can have a show next week, and then he has the show on Tuesday.
It was in litigation.
The same day that I dropped this podcast. Which, did you see his monologue coming back?
No.
You didn't see it? We were actually we're flying to Chicago that day.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it.
He does the monologue, and it's exactly like I said on the podcast. He clarifies kind of like what he meant. He was a little bit more fair-handed of making fun of, like, he was like, that's not what I meant about. He started crying again about.
Why is he always crying?
Well, now he's crying about like he didn't want to offend like Erica Kirk and her family or something like that. But then he went in on Trump, and which is showing that yes, we have free speech. Nothing happened. He's allowed to say that. This was never Trump coming in and shutting down the fucking show. What do you everybody that cries every week when the thing doesn't happen or it's gone? What do you guys say? Do you guys even recall that you were crying the previous week about something and then now you're not crying about it anymore?
Go ahead, Vinny. Go off. This is what's going to get you on Rogan.
Is it just like fuck every movement that you're a part of for a week and then you move on to the next fucking thing and then you fucking move on? Like, can we like all like have some self-awareness of what's happening? He was fucking not canceled. It was never a fucking government kind of step in that fucking did. There were some undertones of that, but like he's on the air, he can say anything he wants, and he had a bit of pushback because he said he accused a killer of being a group of people that's not right. So he had some pushback about it from his advertisers. Anyway, what my point is that I've never paid attention to like late night television and shit. Now that I do comedy, it is the weirdest fucking thing to watch.
It changed.
A group of people that are commanded to laugh and to clap when you tell a joke.
Yeah.
Now that we do, so what I'm saying here, people, is
there's an applause thing that says clap.
we do comedy, right?
Yeah.
And we have to fucking kill ourselves to get a giggle.
Yeah.
And people are not shy not to laugh. They don't want to laugh. You would think you go to a comedy club, everything seems like it's going to be the Tonight Show. It's the opposite. Everyone's sitting there like this until you fucking like earn the laughs out of them.
They go, oh shit, this is so awesome. We could laugh.
So like this little incubator of like a bubble of like the person's show, and then you have a bunch of people just dying laughing over their jokes because there has like a laugh track to it, is the weirdest. Don't you feel weird as like the talk show host? I feel weird when I get a laugh that I earned.
Yeah. It's very like Hunger Games-y. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so strange. Even like when you're watching Bill Maher, like, and I like Bill Maher. I like the show, but like he says this point, and then the whole crowd going, woo, woo. And it's like, it wasn't even funny.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh.
They get paid, I think, right?
Do you do Bill Maher or no?
No, I really can't.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do Kyle Dunnigan.
Yeah.
I really can't do it.
Yeah, he'll do this like I can't do. I've never tried it.
Let's try it.
Okay.
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 All right.
Trump.
Really?
You said that you were gonna change the rhetoric. Really?
The Democrats.
Okay. Well, you didn't. Woo! And then like the person's supposed to be like, if I was the talk show host, I'd be like, can we get like an honest crowd that like kind of like, if I say something that's really funny, they laugh, but if not, like, you know, you kind of just clap a little bit or something like that. So anyway, just like watching the fucking monologue just reminded me of that. I'm like, this is the strangest world that we live in.
That's why I liked the guys after late night. I liked Letterman and Conan, those guys, and I had Seth Meyers. I've been to Seth Meyers shows because they're kind of a little bit more like, we're like the new guy, and you know, we're not the big thing, so we're kind of like
self-aware.
We're more self-aware. We're going to be a little sillier or whatever, and we're going to like try stuff and react to it.
You
know, Jimmy Fallon
play
was
karaoke in the
when
car.
Jimmy Fallon did Late Night with Jimmy Fallon.
He was the late guy, right?
It was the best, and then the moment he went to the Tonight Show,
he got mainstream.
It got weird.
I just think you can't as we're comedians, so like we know when the joke is good when it does bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it does bad, you're like, okay, this is the honest thing.
Yeah.
And then you have to fix it until it gets a laugh from people that hate you and people that love you.
Yep.
But they're only talking to the people that love them, sitting in a room with them with guys holding signs that are saying to laugh and applause.
Is it because the people who produce the shows go, we got to make Clorox happy, so you can't do a joke that's too bad because Clorox supports this person and these guys, and so don't say that, Vinny, because Clorox pays for the show.
It would be,
and it's all fake.
It would be like me doing a comedy show and just adding my own laugh track to it.
Yeah.
Well, this is America. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, follow us, follow Mike Figs, and we'll see you next time. Buy tickets. Peace. What's up, guys? If you like the episode, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We are building this thing from the ground up, so we need your help, and hopefully we can make this really big one day. Love you.